The story today centers on Father Moses McPherson, a Russian Orthodox priest in Texas whose congregation has tripled in size in 18 months. He's attracting young American men through a mix of traditional teachings and a strong online presence. His YouTube videos critique modern masculinity, calling activities like wearing skinny jeans or eating soup feminine, while promoting physical strength and rigid gender roles.
The growth of his church, part of the Rosser, Russian Orthodox Church outside Russia, reflects broader trends. Rosser has expanded in the U.S., especially after the pandemic, with many converts rejecting mainstream religion. Father Moses emphasizes traditional practices like homeschooling and rejecting contraception, framing these as moral duties rather than personal choices.
The appeal seems tied to a backlash against modern Western norms. Converts like Theodore, a software engineer, say society has been too harsh on men, framing traditional roles as more fulfilling. This aligns with conservative movements in the U.S., including support for Russia's stance on issues like LGBTQ+ rights, which many in Rosser view as a safeguard against perceived cultural decay.
Digital platforms are key. Father Moses has over 6,000 followers on Instagram, and his content mixing heavy metal music with weightlifting resonates with younger audiences. However, the church's ties to Russia, including Patriarch Kirill's support for the Ukraine invasion, complicate its image. Critics argue this blurs religious and political lines, while supporters see it as a return to authentic Christianity.
Data from Pew Research shows 64% of Orthodox Christians are men, up from 46% in 2007. This shift is part of a larger trend, with converts often citing the pandemic as a catalyst for spiritual exploration. Yet, the church's conservative values like rejecting modern gender norms also draw parallels to historical movements, such as the 17th century Puritans, according to some analysts.
The story highlights a complex interplay of religion, politics, and cultural identity. While Rosser's growth is modest compared to megachurches, its influence in conservative circles is growing. For many converts, it's not just about faith, it's about rejecting what they see as the erosion of traditional values in the West. The implications? A potential shift in how religious and political ideologies intersect in the U.S. and beyond.